this man is laid out on the ground with his eyes looking to the sky, praying to Jesus to come save him?
Back up on the move, touchdown in my hometown, got nothing to lose. I am on my own now, I am in control now. Ain't need you to go now, I can fix my own crown. Back up on my.
Hey y'all, it's The Breeze, and you're plugged into the Breeze lifestyle. You already know if this is not your first time here, we locked in, friend. But either way, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you want to see more of me, then go ahead and follow me on my Instagram, TikTok, The Breeze Lifestyle 777. And how did I forget that? Y'all, it's been too long since I made a video. But anyway, and if you want to support your girl, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. So I'm going to put when the video actually is going to start, but if you here for me and not just for the videos I'm about to show y'all, I just want to say, y'all, Breezuaryyy has been not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I went to Jamaica with Travel Babes and Simone and Asia, and it was such a good vibe. But y'all, it's about 10 days later, and I haven't given y'all a video in 7 days. So I'm coming hard the rest of the month. I'm not about to tell you what I'm going to do, but just know I'm doing it for you, okay? So keep commenting, keep liking, keep motivating your girl to go hard. But anyway, so my last video, I did reactions. Not my last video, but my reaction video that I did for Dating in Atlanta is trash. We had some Maddies in the comment. And I just want to say this, like, I agree with some parts of certain comments, but you're not about to tell me that Beyonce don't got bum A ninjas in her DMs. You're not about to tell me that these high value women don't have low value men trying to get at them. But I agree that, you know, when you're at a certain level, you don't even entertain the bullshit. So I agree partially to certain comments, but it's dudes, as soon as you start to talk about how dating is bad or whatever, dudes be getting their feelings. And it's like, oh, you just want this, you just want that. Now, listen, when y'all talk about how girls is gold diggers and I don't get offended because I know they are not me. I know that there is not a high quality of women out there. I understand that, but there are still some out there just the same way as men. I know that there are not a lot of high quality men out there because even like y'all definition of high quality is just money for the most part. And it's like a lot of dudes with money be worse than the dudes without money, but you just are comforted by their finances. But anyway, hit dogs gon' holler. So if you know this is not about you, then what you mad for? But anyway, seems like y'all like them type of videos, and y'all let me know. I'm about to do a kind of different style. I've been doing a little research on people who do reaction videos. So this time, instead of y'all seeing me the whole time, I'm just going to come after each video and give y'all a little bit of commentary. So we're going to look at some videos of some ladies that have some horrible dating experiences. So let's get into it.
Story time of how my date robbed me. Basically, this boy was so pressed to take me out on a date. So pressed. I mean, when I tell you every day, can I take you out? Can I take you out? That's a problem. If they're too pressed, you know it's for a reason. Don't ever go out with somebody that's too pressed to take you out. So yes, begging to take me out, begging to take me out. You know what? I'm like, I'm hungry. Let me go out on a date with him. When I tell you, literally, I go out on a date with this man. It was actually a cool date. We went to this nice restaurant. It was a vibe, everything. Next thing you know, this is where it all goes left, honestly. You know how, like, it's a table? It's like a little table. And one side's the booth, one side's the chair. So he was sitting on the booth side, and I was sitting on the chair side. He was like, come sit next to me, whatever. So I go sit next to him. That was the issue. That was truly the problem. When I go and sit next to him, I take my bag with me, whatever. And I had this, like, little clutch, but it didn't close. Like, it had everything, like, open, basically. Like, it was like a latch to it, but it wasn't like nothing for real. Like, everything, you could see everything in my bag. Y'all, I did not peep. I know for a fact I had my wallet. The man stole my whole wallet. My whole wallet right out my bag. I didn't even notice it until whole time I get home, I'm looking for my wallet, I'm like, where did my wallet? Because I'm trying to hurry up and buy something, whatever. I'm like, I can't find it at all. Whole time I'm like, dang, I might have dropped it in a restaurant, da 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 da. And at this point, it's late. So I'm like, it's really nothing I can do. So I go check my account, right? Y'all, I know for a fact I never pull my wallet out my bag. I never put my wallet out my bag because he paid, right? Y'all, why I check my account? The last charge was the damn restaurant. He used my card to pay for the day. He used my card to pay for the day. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with this man? I had me one. Y'all tried to text him, he didn't block me, everything. Like, he was a certified scammer, just a certified scammer. Like, I can't with these men. That's probably why I don't leave the house now. Because it's just so many bad dating experiences. Like, what is wrong with these men? I actually never got my lick back for that one, but somebody else exposed him, so I really felt like, dang, she really did it for the community. Because, you know, you don't really want to be the one to, like, this happened to me, but yes, it did happen to me. But she exposed him, and I'm like, yeah, she really got him God, like. And then, yeah, he ended up, like, doing a few days. Like, she got that man arrested, which was smart. So he don't have to do it to nobody else. But I was a victim, too.
Yeah, now, if the Maddies is coming back to the comments, I know y'all gonna say, oh, well, she was using him for a meal. Okay, I'll give you that. But the man's was pressing her. And she said, let me give it a try. So even if she wasn't just using him for a meal, she was going to have to go get the free meal anyway. So that really don't even equate to him stealing her whole wallet. Like, she did not deserve that, period. Because at the end of the day, he didn't know her intentions. His intentions the whole time was to finesse her. What I'm getting from it. Because, like, why would you took her wallet and paid for the meal? And Lord knows what else she was going to try to get out of her account. Like, obviously, she brought her wallet. So she wasn't, you know, a brokey. She was trying to buy something after the date. So obviously, she had a couple dollars. And he stole from her. Like, what? Now, y'all tell me, do y'all agree with her? Like, and she's a pretty girl. I don't know if that's her apartment. She doing pretty, you know, a little good for herself. I'm just going, I don't know these people. I'm just going based off of they, you know, TikToks. But do y'all agree that the dude who's pressed to get you is the one that you need to leave alone? Because I don't know if I agree with that. Like, now, if it's somebody who's been trying to date you for years, you've been blowing him off, and then you finally want to give him a chance, okay, maybe he want revenge. But I feel like I want my man to apply pressure. Like, if you want me, you gotta apply pressure. If I say no, you better figure out a way for me to say yes if you really want me. So I don't know if I really agree with that, but I still feel like, explain this, fellas. Like, explain this. What? Like, I wish a ninja would try to take, like, but even worse, another girl exposed him. So he ain't new to this. He true to this. Like, this is what he does. This is his, like, yo. And I don't think that y'all understand. I understand that men feel like a lot of women try to use them for their money. And I get that. I'm not saying that y'all wrong, because a lot of women is trying to use men for money. I agree. But y'all don't understand the lengths that men go to finesse women. It's crazy. Like, it could be physical, it could be financial, it could be, like, emotional. It's so many things that, like, men really do to try to finesse women. And y'all wonder why some women just like, you know what? I'm tired of being finessed. I'm the finesser now. Like, you want to, and no excuse, not just excusing their activities. But I'm just saying, like, I ain't never finessed a dude for real. But it's like, shoot, well, what I've been through, I wouldn't blame me for finessing. I wouldn't blame me. But anyway, y'all. Okay, let's get to the next one.
Tell me your wildest first date story. I'll go first.
So, ladies, if you have a wig, hold your wig, because this is a crazy story. So, I met this guy in Chicago, but he was from Atlanta. When I went to go visit in Atlanta, to go visit my brother, I kind of let him know, text him, like, hey, I'm in town. We never went out on a date before. So he was like, I'll take you out on a date. So we go to this really nice, dressed really nice, went to a really nice restaurant. And then afterwards, he suggested, let's go to this lounge. I'm not going to say the lounge because Atlanta is kind of small. But afterwards, we went to the lounge. I should have just took my butt home, but I didn't. So we go to the lounge. Everybody know him because he's like a well-known guy in Atlanta. So we're sitting at the table, you know, having a little cocktail or whatever. And I'm just sitting there looking pretty. Out of the blue, this guy came up, ran up. It was like a one-side thing, punched this man. They get the fight. They fall up on the table.
They ended up breaking the table. At this point, everybody just kind of went all over. They're fighting around the lounge, literally fighting. So while they're fighting, his keys fall on the ground. I grab his keys. I then go to the bathroom, call my best friend, like, girl, this is crazy, what to do? She said, it's time for you to leave. But get in mind, I have this man keys. So I'm looking around. I guess he went out the back door. So I go out the front door and I'm by myself. I see him walking up to me and I'm walking up to him. I'm trying to give him his keys. Whoever the guy he was fighting in the lounge came up out of nowhere, literally, and hit this man upside his head. Literally knocked him clean out right in front of me. He's laid out on the ground, literally eyes looking straight, not blinking. I'm scared. My first thing is, I'm from Chicago. Are they coming to come get the gun? I gotta get up out of here. But I didn't leave him there. I ended up staying to make sure he was good. I go run in his car. This is before I knew how to start a car with the push to start. I'm nervous, my heart beating fast. I'm probably sweating trying to start his car, and I just can't start it because I'm nervous. I don't know how to start this push to start. It was wild. So the security guard knows him as well. So they ended up taking him to like the side. So I ended up getting on the phone with this comedian, which is a well-known comedian. So his friend was just trying to make sure he was good, and I'm making sure he was good and that he was in good hands. So he's sitting there with a big stupid knot on his head. It was wild. It was so wild. I had already called the Uber to come get me because it's time to go right now. Because like I said, we're gonna take it back. I'm from Chicago. You never know how stuff like that ends. So it's time to get up out of here. But when I say y'all, I was spooked the entire ride. Like literally looking over my shoulder. I didn't know what was going on.
I got one question. Is she wrong? Because if she wrong, I don't want to be right. Like, there's no other way that I would have handled that. I would have been shook. Like, now, mind you, my man, I'm not fighting no man for no man, but my man, I'm standing on business. I'm going to, like, stick beside him. But a first date, I'm just meeting this man. We having a couple drinks. We ain't even get into no real nitty-gritty conversation. And somebody come up and boom, and come back and boom, and this man is laid out on the ground with his eyes looking to the sky, praying to Jesus to come save him? What? Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't think she was wrong. Like, the best thing that she did, like, to show that she actually cared, she grabbed that man's keys. Like, I'm going to make sure don't nobody grab these keys and steal your car. I got you on that. But, baby, I'd have called that Uber too. You from here. You got people around here who know you. Okay, she said she didn't just leave him. So I feel like she did everything she could have did. And like she said, she's from Chicago, which is not just like this in Chicago, anywhere. Shoot, in Delaware. If somebody fighting, they gonna come back and get the gun. Like, that's what most people do. Win, lose, draw. Like, especially if they lose. But even if, though this dude knocked him out, he might have wanted to do more. You don't know what's coming next. It could be more people coming. Who knows? They could be looking at you like, oh, this his girl. Oh, I really want to hurt him. I'm about to beat her. Who knows? Oh, man, my best friend wouldn't have to tell me nothing. I'd have been gone. Like, and I still would have checked up on him in the next day. He probably wouldn't want to talk to me because I love him there. But knowing that he know the security guard and the security guard is getting paid to secure things and this is not a secure situation, baby, do your job. That's your friend, ain't it? Ain't that your friend?
Ain't that your friend? Ain't that your friend?
For real. Like, yeah, I don't get into all of that. Like, we got to be locked down married for me to be doing more than what she did, because she got to protect herself too at the end of the day. Like, yeah, I did my share of being a ride-or-die chick to ninjas that wasn't ride-or-die ninjas. I'm not doing it. And the fact that you got me out here, now it might have not been his fault because he probably didn't know, whatever, but you know when you got ops, bro, you got me out here looking crazy. That's what I'm thinking about. And that's probably selfish because it's like, yo, I'm with this dude and now he knocked out. Now they gonna look at me like, you nigga knocked out. Like, I hate that for her, but I'm glad she got home safely. That's the main thing. Hopefully he got home safe too. Hopefully the knot went down and he cool. All right, y'all, let's go to the next one.
Date felt like a prank on a reality TV show. Like most bad dates, this story starts in my DMs. He asked me out to lunch and I look up the restaurant. You know how like an expensive restaurant will show $3 signs and like a cheap one will show like 1 or 2? I see $4 signs, which I didn't even know existed. I'm thinking, oh, this must be a mistake. So I asked him to spell it just to check because I'm not trying to look broke, like I don't deserve a nice thing. It's not a mistake. I mean, well, the date was a mistake, but this is the right restaurant. The second I sit down, I realize that he's nothing like how he acts on Instagram. He tells me he eats sushi every day for breakfast, mansplaining the menu to me, pushing me to order more appetizers and wine to kind of like flaunt his money. He tells me he's going out of town, so I ask him why, and he kind of hesitates. Guess why? To visit his secret family. He had multiple kids. There's nothing wrong with having kids, but if I didn't ask, he was not gonna mention them, and there's no proof of them on his page. He was hiding a secret family. He says the baby mama is crazy. What did you do to this woman? I'm like, oh, you know, as we get older, everyone's gonna have kids. Like, it's no big deal. It's a big deal. I made him too comfortable because he proceeds to tell me, yeah, like if you're single and you're 30 and you don't have kids, like what's wrong with you? I'm not 30, but who says that to a childless woman or any woman on a date? The bill comes and he asks the waiter for a discount because he's also a waiter. When I tell you the card declined, mind you, this is the discounted price. I thought you were eating sushi every day. And we haven't even gotten to the worst part. I'm running out of time, so like for part 2. His card declines. The most expensive restaurant I've ever been to. He looks at me and laughs like, are you gonna get it? And I'm looking at him like, looking at me like, I just kept staring at him and looking everywhere but my wallet. So you picked the $4 sign restaurant. This is the first link. I don't know you, and I would have been happy with IHOP. The card declines at IHOP. I might be able to help you, but here, and his money on child support for his secret family and eating sushi every day. He pulls out a backup card and he's like sweating. And honestly, I'm sweating too because it better go through. By the grace of God, it actually goes through. I see the waiter's face like drop. All of a sudden he has an attitude and he's like, have a nice night. Next thing I know, the manager is walking towards us in front of everyone. And he's like, oh, how was your meal? Did you have a problem with the food or the service? And I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, no, everything was great. The guy I was on a date with was like, oh, everything was spectacular. We're giving glowing reviews. And that's when I put it together. So my date walks out and like speeds ahead of me, doesn't even wait to walk with me. And I kind of like hang back. I find the waiter and I'm like, hey, excuse me, did he not tip you? He didn't tip. And we got a discount because my date was also a waiter. So the server knew we knew how important tips were and chose not to do it. The stereotype is that Black people don't tip, which is not true. Well, it was that day. We were the only Black people in that entire restaurant. I looked him in his face and said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. This is the first date. I don't even know this man. And I promise you, I'm never going out with him again. The good thing I got out of this was 1, a great meal, but 2, I wrote an awesome poem about him and performed it on stage in front of hundreds of people, and it's become one of my favorite pieces. So I guess thank you for the lesson.
Y'all, I almost got PTSD because if you've seen a story time about my worst day ever, you'll know I went through a similar situation, but baby, we was at TGI Fridays. I cannot imagine going to Ruth Chris, STK, like one of these $4 sign restaurants, and this man card declined. Like, bruh, men, if you in the comments, help your brother out. What agree or don't agree? I can't even get it together. Agree or don't agree, because as a woman, whether I'm going with a man, whether I'm, now mind you, in that story time, I was broke. But if I was by myself and not expecting nobody to pay for me, or if I knew that I was going to pay for somebody else, it's like, I check my account before I get there. And if I got to let them know, hey, baby, please don't do too much, I got to let them know, please don't do too much. But again, I feel like this man had intentions on her paying the bill. How the card declined one time and you looking at her like, are you going to get it? Am I gonna get it? Baby, let me go to the bathroom real quick. She should have went to the bathroom real quick, but at least she gave him a chance. The other car went through. But yo, like, I'm not gonna lie. When I go on dates and dudes pay, I like to look at the check, first of all, to see how much it is. But I also like to look at the check to see how much they tipped. Now, I'm not like a stickler on, oh, you gotta do 25%, you gotta do this and that. But make it make sense. Like, don't have a $200 tab and then tip $5. I feel like that's really crazy. But for this man to be a waiter, he got a discount. I'm not a waiter, but I ain't never heard about waiters going to different restaurants and getting discounts. You got a discount and still you did not leave this man a tip. I hope she never went out with him again, because the red flags are red flagging. And not to mention, this man got a whole family. I feel like before we go on a date, you should tell me if you got kids or not. You should tell me. But the kicker is, this man got a secret family. You got a secret family, so you're pump faking like this is the lifestyle you live. You're trying to take me to this expensive restaurant. You're telling me about this baby and baby mama that you got, that you're going to visit and probably going to stay with them and hump on her. But your card declined. So you act like you got money. You taking me here. Card declined. You got a family. You got excuses. And you want me to pay? No, I'm not doing that. For my man. Yeah, I got you, babe. Don't worry. Because it's like, we got each other, so obviously you've been paying for stuff. Something must be going on. I'll call the bank for you when we get home after we sort this out. But for somebody I just met who I probably won't get my money back, who I already see that this is not really going in the right direction, baby, I'm going to sit here and look pretty, because this is not, that's just not my problem. Call me what you want, but don't call me to pay your bill. Period. All right, so I did watch all these videos in advance because they said TikTok was about to be deleted and I saved everything on my computer. So this one is about like 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and play this one, and then that's going to be the end of the video. But this one is funny, so let's get into it.
He definitely had a black girl fetish. I went on a date yesterday with a man that was not my race. He was very much, okay, me and him, we're just talking, just chatting. I was like, you know what, let me just do something a little spontaneous for the plot. He's like, oh yeah, I want to take you out. Let's go grab some drinks and some tacos. It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Okay, cool. The crazy part is that I really did not want to go. Like, I didn't want to go at all. I was just trying to do it for the plot. We're supposed to meet at 9:30 p.m. And prior to the day, the man was already blowing up my phone, just calling me. He called me, say, oh, I'm gonna be in my suit because I'm just coming out of work, meeting, something. So wear a cheeky dress, wear a cute little dress, something. I was like, okay, cool. I ended up wearing a cute little dress. Literally, I wore this dress, okay? As I'm on my way, he calls me again, and then he asks me, oh, what would you like to drink? And I'm in my head, I'm like, come on, love you, drink me. Don't go and poison me. Like, no, I'm like, and then I told him, I'm like, no, I'll wait till I get there before I order my drink. Like, I'm literally like 3 minutes away. There's no rush. You know what I'm saying? I get there, boom, boom. He already was looking at me from outside the window. So he came outside to like open the door and do his little one too, I guess. So I was just like, okay, cool. That did not impress me. That's normal. I'm sorry. That's the bare minimum. Get there, order my espresso martini. He's already done with his own espresso martini. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like you just got here. At first, he's a vibe. But then after like maybe like 10, maybe 20 minutes, he starts with the sexual talk. Oh my God. I just met you, bro. So I'm just like, okay, you're funny. I'm already getting uncomfortable, so I'm already looking at the time like, all right, cool, I'm about to figure out a little escape plan. He's reaching for my hand / my thighs, and I'm just like, I don't know if you're trying to be romantic because you already started talking of all this sexual nonsense. Because he was like, oh, I'm the type of person, I feel like, oh, I need to taste before I, you know, get into a relationship. Hey! Like, no, sir. That ain't what we doing over here. I actually tell him, I'm like, okay, I don't think this is what we should be talking about on the first date. Especially because, like, I just met you for real. Every time he finishes talking about anything sexual, he will go like, you should come see my balcony after this. You should come see my balcony after this. And I'm like, only balcony? Which one? What is balcony? What is balcony doing for you? I was like, okay, like, what's your thing with balconies? He was like, oh, I just love balconies. Hell no. You want to push me? Or do you think any action is going to happen on that balcony? Which one is it? Because none of the above is going to happen in the name of Jesus. You are sick. He's coming closer and trying to kiss me. Oh my God, you guys. I just remember something. One moment, he tried to lock eyes with me and then he came close. I did not like that, y'all. And then he was like, I feel like women only restrict men from sex, men that they don't like from sex. And then he was asking me, oh, do you like me? Do you find me attractive? Some. And I'm just like, bro, chill, bro. And then, y'all, he was so conceited. As I just told you guys that he would ask me, oh, do you think I'm attractive? He would answer it by himself. He'd be like, I know you think I'm attractive. I'm like, if only you knew how hard I was cringing at you right now, you would literally go home and never go on a date ever again. At this point, I started telling him, oh yeah, like, let's get the waiter, let's go, let's leave. I don't even think it was up to like 45 minutes. So next to us, there was a rooftop bar or whatever. So he wanted to go to the rooftop bar and keep drinking. Oh, Emiko, I did it all. But you know, with my homegirls, I get lit. But I don't know you, so I'm not getting that lit with you, you know? So we end up going to the rooftop because I wanted to see the rooftop anyway. And then this guy tries to kiss me again. You guys, I don't know what we were talking about. I don't know what warranted this, but he started saying the N-word. This is when I lost it. And then I'm like, don't say that to me. Are you crazy? Are you sick? Like, don't say that to me. What if I knock you out right now? We were literally on a rooftop. If I push you over this rooftop now, cause of that, you said the N-word. So yes, that was my last straw. I was like, okay, yeah, like, I want to go, I want to leave. So on our way downstairs, he's still trying to convince me to go, you know, to his house and see his balcony or whatever. So I'm like, no, I'm not trying to go see your balcony, whatever. So he gets irritated, he gets angry, and then he walks off, or like we both part ways and walk off. I'm like, no, I'm walking to my car. He's not saying anything. We don't say bye, we don't say nothing. We just part ways, and I go home and he goes home, and that's it. That was literally the end of the date, you guys. He didn't even last 24 hours. I personally don't think I would be trying that again. Like, I couldn't even stand his sight. I don't know. Maybe it was because it was corny and very, very egotistic. I don't know. Maybe that will, I don't know. And then he was making like several racist comments. He was like, I thank God you're not ghetto, like, you know. I'm like, what do you mean? I've only encountered racism in my comment section, but seeing it in real life is crazy. Right in front of my koro eyes like this. Hey, I barely knew this man for like 24 hours. Oh my God. And I even forgot to mention, this man gonna smack my nyash. He gonna try to smack my nyash. I think that was the moment where I decided, okay, now it's time to freaking leave because this man is crazy. I don't know you. Anyway, that's the end of this story time. I will see you guys in my next video.
Y'all, first of all, I love that video. That was my favorite one, to be honest. She is like a great storyteller. But y'all, like, y'all men do not understand what we go through with y'all, because it is not all of y'all, but it's a lot of y'all. It's like, why do you feel so entitled to my body? A date, a meal, a drink, and you supposed to feel like you can be able to touch my thigh and touch my knee and talk sexual to me? Yo, I would have left. I would have left, because I'm not even going to say I would have left, because I have been in situations where I be trying to give, not now, in the past, trying to give, like, you know, y'all had a good vibe over the phone, or, you know, but he's being weird. Like, he's being very sexual, and it's like making you uncomfortable, but you're trying to laugh it off, like, and move his hand, and try to change the subject. So I really feel her on that. But he was doing too much. I have dated a white dude before. It was real quick, but it's like, it was just one and done. And I don't know if I would ever do it again, but I never dealt with anybody. Like, I felt like he really was interested in me because I was black. He probably didn't deal with a lot of black girls, but I don't feel like he had like a fetish. And he said the N-word. Like, why? Whoa, like I just don't understand. Like, that dude was so weird, and I don't know where she met him. My next reaction video is gonna be about dating apps because y'all, I got stories. But anyway, so like, yeah, he was definitely weird. I don't even need to hear from you fellas. Like, if y'all claiming him, just get off my page. Just get off my channel if y'all claiming that. Like, what did she do wrong? What did she do wrong? Like, she was trying something, trying to give somebody a chance, and it's like, you're doing too much. And he kept trying to invite her to his house. And the whole, let me order your drink before you get here. Ladies, I hope y'all not falling for that. That's not cute. Oh my gosh, another thing she said, like, I could say I am a victim of. I'm a victim of, like, giving dudes credit for the bare minimum. Used to, you feel me? And when she said, like, he wanted, like, extra praise and all of this for doing the bare minimum. No, baby, that's the bare minimum. That's how we should look at ourselves. Like, I am not where I want to be, but I'm definitely further than I used to be. And I'm nowhere near the bottom of the barrel. Like, no ninja's going to play with me. Like, I'm average. Like, I'm not, I don't care. When you get one-on-one time with me and you actually get to connect to me and get this vibe, like, what? I don't care about having $100,000. I'm not about to let nobody play with me like a minimum wage help. Like, and shout out to y'all making minimum wage, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, no. Know your worth. I don't care what it look like on the outside. You know the work that you're doing on the inside. You know the work that you're doing on the outside. So don't let nobody play with you and make you feel like the bare minimum is like top tier. No. The bare minimum is something you should do because you like me. I know this new generation is shooting shots. Like, the women, they shooting shots, they doing all of that. But, like, I'm old school when it comes to men now. I'm not about to act like I ain't never shot my shot. Like, if I shoot my shot, it's like, oh, where did that come from? It's very subtle. It's very, like, giving, oh, do you have a girlfriend? Oh, she's asking if I got a girlfriend. She must like me. It's never giving, like, oh, what's your number? Give it to me. Like, no. But for the most part, I like a man to pursue me. So if you're pursuing me, obviously you have interest in me and you like me. So why would I be thinking that the bare minimum is like the bar? No. And I'm not expecting you to hit the bar on our first or second date, but I'm expecting you to gradually be climbing to everything that I need my husband to be, if that's what you're here for. Like, if you're here for something else, then we're going to weed you out real quick because, yeah, no. But anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please give me feedback in the comments. Did you like this style? Because I'm going to do another video right now because, like I said, I'm going hard this month. But let me know if y'all like this. I definitely want to get into different type of content styles for y'all in this 2025 year and beyond. So thanks again for being here. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.